Hey guys, Frank here, your virtual general aviation aviator, and today I am in part three of my flight to North Las Vegas. Now, after a crash, I didn't want to recreate the whole flight, so I actually took off from Battle Mountain, which is about 300 nautical miles from North Las Vegas. Let's see if I can't pull that up here. Let's see, about a mountain. So just grab that, pull it over, and I hope you can see what I'm looking at. All right, so yeah, here's Battle Mountain, the airport, and so yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so yeah, I do have a little flight plan. The flight says 2 hours and 44 minutes. Hopefully, it won't take that long. But to be honest with you, it took a good 45 minutes to prep the plane. Maybe not that long. All right, let's get back into the sim. So yeah, so I'm doing a climb to flight level 30,000 uh 300 30,000 feet, and I'm almost at the top of the climb. This little green mark here shows the top of the climb. Let's see, zoom in on that. So that's my top of the climb, and I think jumper here, this waypoint here, which is called jumper, is 52 nautical miles from my present location, and that might even start my descent. Now you can see I didn't prep the plane right because I'm still in standby mode. So let's get that straightened out. Let's see now, where are the radios on this guy? Radios are right here. So, so yeah, there we go. And I want T. Let's see, I want RATA. Let's see, T. Well, let's see. I need a squawk code, so let's do that first. Should have did all this on the ground, right? 32, 41 squawk, and TCAS RA TARA, traffic advisories, radar advisories is what TARA stand for. Just in case you didn't know, it's always something to learn when you flying these things. Okay, so I'm at my top of climb, and my nose is lowered, and I'm picking up speed. So let me watch my speed. I'm actually managing my speed manually, and I want about 305 knots, and or so I'll start pulling my speed back just a little bit, and now I'm pull it back significantly. You can hear my engines winding down, or at least I hope you can. Turn my engine noise up a little bit, and you can see if you look at my target over here, you can see me pulling the throttles back. All right, so that's about what I want on speed, and looks like I'm in the red arc. So yeah. Oh, I shouldn't be in the red arc at. Well, let's slow down some. Let's go I guess we'll come out of the red arc here. Okay, so about 290. That gives me a ground speed of 472. So yeah, this is a good speed here. All right, so yeah, we'll hold about right there over top of the clouds. It's been so cloudy out west this year. Never known it to be so cloudy and rainy in the west around Las Vegas and that area. You know, it is desert, and the definition of a desert is has to do with the amount of rainfall they get. All right, so TARA heading 134. Let's sync our heading bug up. 137. All right, happy, happy. And look at our EFB here, and let's pull an Avid tab, and let's up round one. Let's go. Let's get our over the ground map. See what we look like. There we go. So yeah, and we are doing okay. All right, so I couldn't get VNAV to work, so that means that I'm managing stuff manually, and I know I want three 30,000 at jumper, and let's see that I put this in and it went away. I put all my numbers in into my flight plan, and they went away. Let's see. Let me try it again. 300 slash. I know not to hit. Hey, if I get a something that says execute, I know not to execute it because that will erase all my numbers. Um, yeah, so we put that here at Fletcher, and let's see. Um, Up now. Now you may be asking yourself, where is he getting his numbers? And I don't have that good of an answer. I know I'm doing the 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 floor the well, I'm doing a I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm not that creative when it come to when it come to certain stuff, but this is the arrival that I'm doing. And so at op now, let's see. Actually, I might be able to. I don't normally do this, but let's see. I don't normally flip my charts, but since I got you guys with me, I'm gonna try flipping them. So at op now, um, I'm not seeing any restrictions. So at at Keek, I know I want to be at 10,500, right? So I'm gonna move this out of the way and bring this back. So at Keek, I want to be at 10,500, okay, or above, and that is filled out. So in order to get there, then hopefully the system will see that I'm at 30,000. Wrong way. Previous. Hopefully the system will see I'm at 30,000 at floor at let's call it Fletcher. Yeah, that's what that is, Fletcher. It will see that I'm at 30,000 at Fletcher, and I need to be at 10.5 at Keith, and that's Fletcher to up now is roughly about 30 miles, and then to Jeff is a good another 30, so that's about 60, 65 miles, plus Keith, that's about another 12 miles or so, so that's about 40, 50 miles. Let's see. Man, uh, that. All right, let me do this again. Okay, so 30 miles plus another 30 miles is 60 miles plus 10 miles, 72 miles. So the question is, can I get from 30 to 10, 5, and 72 miles? And I'm sure I could, but not probably not at a 2.5 degree um, descent rate. So I could use a descent calculator. Last time I tried that, the sim crashed. But since I know what I know, then I think I'm going to tell the system that I want to be at 300 knots, that's my speed, and 20,000 feet here at op now. So, so between here and up now, I should descend, and then, and if I have another 30, so I think I'm gonna tell it to give me 270 on my speed at 12,000 at Jeff. Now, VNav is not working, so that's just this means that these are just rough guides for me to follow manually, and so I'm gonna do the best I can. Let's see, now here is, we've already passed Jumper. Okay, so we passed Jumper and we're on our way to Gabby. All right, so let's see what we got for Gabby. Flight plan 30,000, so I don't need to worry about descending until after I pass Fletcher. And Fletcher is at the second turn. This is turn one, turn two. So at turn two, that's when I look and start descending, because I don't think the system is going to calculate any descents for me. All right, so that's the plan, guys. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. May not be technically correct, but you live and learn, right? And if any of you guys know a better way to do it, then leave it in the comments or point me to another video that might help me out. All right. And did I tell you guys how awesome you guys are? You guys really are. Especially Jeff Wells and Todd and Ron Real. You know, you guys are the bomb, and I appreciate you so much. All right, so let's keep going. And the weather out here is crazy. I did a fun flight yesterday from RDU to the same airport in this jet. It's a 4-hour flight, and across the Grand Canyon, and I was in and out of rain and storms, and I was like, it is not raining in real life over the Grand Canyon. And I pulled up the map, and lo and behold, it was actually raining in the Grand Canyon yesterday. So go figure. All right, speed check 290. Nice. I can live with that. Speed over the ground is 469, and according to ForeFlight, my my time to destination is, let me start ForeFlight. My time to destination is about 30 minutes. So I didn't think it was going to take 2 hours. I don't know where that, oh yeah, that came from SkyVector using the what do you call that aircraft? The Cessna 172. I think that's what it uses by default. Okay. I think I'm going a little faster than I would if I was flying a Cessna 172. Another biz corporate jet, and you know, Gulfstreams are notoriously expensive, to the point that for business aircraft they almost consider the Gulfstream a status aircraft, because they're so expensive and luxurious. But Bombardier's Challenger does compete with it, and as well as the Falcon Dassault that Airbus is supposed to be modeling. Yeah, so not that long ago, I didn't fly biz jets. You know, I was strictly you know, Pipers and Pistons, TBMs, Pilatus 12s. So, you know, it's just a natural progression. But my channel was built on the Diamonds and the Cessnas and the Pipers, so I'm always going to return to those aircraft. In fact, I'm thinking that one of the next videos that I might do would be in the King Air 350 by L4 Labs. That's an aircraft that I've had since it came out, and I never really flew that aircraft. It's been more of a hangar queen. The main reason I didn't fly it was because when it originally came out, it had the CDU, the flight management system, that looked like this, and I was not interested in learning how to set these up. But I wanted to fly the Challenger enough to the point that compelled me to learn how to set it up, and since then I've been off to the races on them. So yeah, all right, so I was going to get the iPad working. There's a program that I have to launch. All right, so now I could probably get the iPad on. That's a good system so I can see my progress. And one thing I like about the iPad, I can get distances. So after the distance between the two turns is roughly 100 miles. So so Fletcher's where I will start my descent and descend on down into Las Vegas. You can see I got some terrain near Jeff here, and so I do have to make sure that, let's see, I do have to make sure that that just clear this. There we go. Yeah, I do have to make sure that I can that I'm staying on my flight path because I'm descending into that down towards that terrain. All right, so enough of the iPad. Sometimes I forget to turn that off, which is not a good thing because that makes it really hard for you guys to keep up to see what I'm doing when I forget to turn it off. Because when I look at my screen, I don't see the iPad. I have to look down here to see it, which is why you see me turning my head, and then I got my screen here that shows me what you see. And unless I actually look over here, then I don't see what you see. So that's kind of the way that works. And yeah. All right, look like I'm coming up on turn 1. So 472 knots over the ground here. And that turn is probably going to put me in a headwind. Let's see. That turn. So this is my winds right here. I got a 53 knot crosswind right here. And the wind is blowing to the left and I'm turning to the right. So yeah, that's going to slow me down significantly. So you'll see my ground speed drop probably to about 420 or 410. So that slows things up. Now there is a, let's see, if you're wondering why they plan it that way rather than straight into Las Vegas, it's probably because there is a restricted area, not a MOA, but I got all this restricted area that I'm overflying, and looks like they actually grant some permission to fly through this area, through this restricted area here, but it looks like they don't want you coming down, straight down into their restricted area. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Of course, ATC in real life would coordinate with the powers that be, and I can't think of the agencies that handle the restricted areas, but yeah, they would vector me and all that good stuff. Let's see, do I have my traffic turned on? Let's see, map. Where's traffic? Map data. Terrain. I turn that on, and let's turn on traffic. Alright, so there is traffic. Yeah, so yeah, I do have a little traffic out there. Alright, let's get rid of that. Okay, so these diamonds are other aircraft, and of course traffic global. You're showing the same traffic, so I'm gonna turn those labels off. Don't need them. They don't want to go off. I'm I am unable to turn off the labels. And the reason why is because for whatever reason the EFB um, is, let's see, let's see, let me put this back in. But that's, I don't know if the Sim user ID is supposed to be private or not. Just in case it is, I'm not going to stick that in there. But so yeah, but even though I'm outside of the EFB, the electronic flight bag, you can see that my my focus is inside the EFB. So, and no matter where I click, it stays in there. So, so yeah, that's why now I can do this, and now I can navigate. But if I didn't escape out of there, I couldn't even navigate. But anyway, that's something that hopefully AKD will eventually figure out. So you see my airspeed, my ground speed dropped significantly. I'm at 408, and you know that's with this 50 knot headwind. Um, Earlier I was at about what 450, 470 over the ground, something thereabout. So yeah, but looks like I'm out of the weather, so that's a good sign. And like I said, sometimes I forget to turn off the iPad. So anyway, so yeah, now you can see the ground speed. I'm at 409 over the ground, and and um, and I have this is 100 nautical miles to this to Fletcher. So yeah, we're rolling over the ground, and and this is what the Earth looked like from 30,000 feet in X-plane. So, man, so everything is so unremarkable. Of course, I think this is a salt plane. I don't think that's water. I think that's just, I'm not sure what that is, to be honest with you. I think it might be salt planes, and we are incidentally in the restricted area at this point. So, so yeah. So, with flight simming, there's always stuff to learn, and as you guys know, um, two things that I should be doing to increase my immersion that maybe one day I'll graduate to doing consistently, and that's using online ATC. Um, in this case, I could probably use my Pilot Edge account. I know Pilot Edge covers Las Vegas. I'm not sure how far north they go. Uh, but um, but yeah, and the other thing that I should get more attuned to using are my checklists. Because I do have checklists. I know when I say that and I listen to myself back, play it back, it's hard for me to, it sounds like I'm saying chat, chat list like CHAT, and I'm trying to say CHECK. So that's, I hear it as chat list, but it comes out as chat list. So I am aware of that. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's actually pull up the checklist. I'm gonna exit. I want to exit this one, um, and this is new. I think. Hmm. I wonder where that got pulled in from. They got. Oh yeah, that got pulled in from SimBrief because this is my SimBrief ID on the fuselage. I've got a different ID. I know I'm digressing here. I got November 138 Golf Lima, but yeah, so since I got this livery, I might need to go into SimBrief and change the livery, change this tail number to match the livery. I may do that, just these little things. All right, I want to use the checklist on this side. Checklist and all right, so here's our checklist and next check. Let's see, how do I get to? Um, I don't even know since I've not used the checklist. Then I'm not even sure how to move about in it. See, this knob here does not work. Uh, let's see, normal, enter, override, abnormal, undo, item, scroll. There we go. Scroll up and scroll down. All right, so scroll up, work. Uh, Engine start, after starting, taxi, line up, climb, cruise. Okay, so I'm actually in cruise. Power set for cruise, pressure. Let's see, I might be able to check them off. Let's see, up, scroll down, undo item, defer, enter. Let's try enter. Yeah, enter, pressurization check, panel sweep, ground spoilers off. Let's, didn't do that, did I? Let's see, ground spoilers, let's see. Patient with me. Ground spoilers off. Well, looks like they not going off. Don't. Yeah, and it's a bad idea to test them at 30,000 feet at 300 knots. Okay, that's not the time to test them, is it? Surprised, my guess would be in the rear aircraft that would either be guarded or the test would not execute. But I could be wrong about that. All right. So anyway, and I think you can actually use buttons down here to scroll through this stuff also. Mode gain. I thought I saw a way to scroll. I could be wrong, but nevertheless, you kind of get an idea of what you can do. I'm coming up on my turn. Let's see, what am I checking off? Approach briefing and FMS arrival set, flight instruments set as required, cowling into ice, auto as required, pressurization, auto landing, yada yada yada. All right, and before landing, all right. Yeah, so we just leave that up, and like I said, I really should use my checklist a little bit more. over the ground, still at about 400 knots. And 10 nautical miles, looking right here before that turn. So yeah, one thing the glass panels do is they give you a lot of information, but I don't have a measurement, but on my screen they're about as wide as my hand, and I got my hand is about 5 or 6 inches from tip of my thumb to the tip of my middle finger. So that means that it's really small, whereas I think that these are probably 10-inch displays in real life, maybe even a 14-inch display. I'm not really sure. Another thing that I noticed, I think might be a bug, is that this warning light keeps coming on. I usually would look for CAS. I never did turn off my seatbelt signs, but it's time for me to start a descent. So at this point, it's actually time to turn back on. All right, so why is this thing still showing jumper? That's not consistent because I'm at Fletcher, and actually I think I saw that in the forums that somebody complained that this was not matching up. So that's something else that AKD needs to address. I think they will. I think this is going to be an awesome. Well, it's already an awesome corporate jet. I think it's just going to continue to get better and better if they stick with making it better and better, and don't, sometimes developers will create a product, and before they iron out the bugs, they start on another product, and that product will take precedence over ironing out the bugs, and so you wind up with a product that's buggy that they never circle back to fix. I know a lot of you guys love Coronado, but when Coronado was making products for X-Plane, that was one of the beefs that I had with them, that they oftentimes didn't go back to fix stuff, and to do so would be the bomb. Alright, so let's get this down to 20, and let's start a descent, and we'll go down at 12. Still got mostly a crosswind component, but it is kicking me in the tail when I'm the winds. So move forward. There we go. So yeah, you see I got a 53 knot wind with look like I'm getting a quartering, probably a 12 or 13 knot tailwind component out of that. And now I should get a really good component. Let's see now. I'm at op now, and I want it to be at 20 at op now, and I'm still at 28. So I am going to adjust my descent, pull my power back, and head down. Alright, so next, want to be at 12 at Jeff, and I actually want 270 on my descent speed, so I can live with the 287. I'll take the speed. If I was getting 260, I would lower my nose a little bit more. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I want to descend a little bit faster. I'm going to deploy some speed brakes. And if you look right here, you'll see my speed brakes come up. And now I can lower my nose a little bit more. Try to get this girl on down. Now that's got to be uncomfortable for my passengers. Let me just look and see how this is handling it. So it's trying to keep them comfortable. Take out a little of this speed brake because I'm a little bit slower than I really want to be. And hold this descent. And bring this guy on down to 12. All right. And bottom of descent is right here now, just past Jeff. And yeah, so that's gonna look pretty good. So at Airco, I want to be at 9. All right, so I'm past transition, and I need the ADAS for my destination. Let's see how far am I from it. All right, so I need to set my radio on approach, and I need the ADAS 118.05. That's already in the box, so I just need to pop it in so I can listen to it. To 994. I think. Okay, so 2.5 is in use, and I'm set up on an R now for 1.2. Okay, let's see, let's turn it off for right now. 1,000 to go. I never did turn my lights off, so I'm not really managing some of the systems that well on this flight. Some days I can manage the systems perfectly, well, close to perfectly. And but this flight was mainly just about getting her in. What airport is that? Navy tab. Let's see. That looked like it. Indian Springs. Okay, let's see where we are. We approaching O'Keefe. Want to be at about 10:05 at O'Keefe. A little late on the descent here. Turn vertical nav on. Come on, vertical nav. There we go. And start my descent. And take out those speed brakes because I'm pretty slow here. Which I'm glad I am because that gives me an opportunity to catch up with the airplane. Okay. And let's see. And I want to be at 9,000 at Echo. Okay, 9,000. And see what I mean about the terrain? Give us 1,200 feet. And I want to be flying at about 2. Let's see, Elco 230. Happy, happy. Back to power just a touch here. All right. Guys, trust me, if I can fly a corporate jet, you can too. Does take willingness though. And as you can see, I make my share of mistakes, but there's no risk of property damage or death. All right. So pretty much on the money at O'Keefe. I mean Echo. All right. So Echo is the beginning of the RNAV approach into the airport. So next I want to be at 6,700. 66 is good, close enough, but let's be a little bit more accurate. All right. And start a descent, 1,200. And what speed do I want? I want I think that's 230. Yep, 230. Close enough. All right. And got our landing lights on. Let's go ahead and drop in a notch of flaps. I think I can do 10. Let's see. I saw my flap settings in here. Flaps 10 below 250. Yeah, so I can go ahead and drop in um, some flaps. And let's get this down to 6100. Okay. And see if I got my airport in sight. Something's wrong with my scenery, I do believe, because let's see, I'm not getting assets here. Okay, there's my airport. Yep, got my airport in sight. So at this point, I can switch the tower. Of course, tell AC I got the airport in sight, and they would tell me to switch the tower. Where's tower? There you go. It's not letting me switch for whatever reason. Okay, so I would have to do that. Well, it did switch. It just, no, still on. Oh, tower. Oh, there we go. All right, and I'm gonna come down to 38 now, right? Actually, I'm bringing them down to 32. And another notch of flaps. Find my runway. There it is. Feel like I'm high, so bring her down a little faster. Where am I? I'm at Wooland. Where should I be at Wooland? Next. I don't see Wooland here. Next. Wooland, I should be at 38. Yeah, so I'm way too high. And I heard my autopilot disengage. So that's okay. I'm just gonna fly it visually on in. So another notch of flaps. Here's my runway here. Try and get lined up. And why is this not allowing me to change my view the way I want it? All right, so gear down. Yeah, so it looks like I got flaps 4. To 998. I probably ought to fix that. See the traffic. All right, so let me inhibit that. Trying to inhibit all of this stuff. A lot of distractions.
Clear of conflict.
And we're down. Reversals. 60 knots and brakes. And welcome to North Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. And get off the runway here. Clear left, clear right. Clean up, FLT, flaps, lights. And trim, transponder. Trim is 11.2. That's about what we want on trim. Yeah, so for this bird. And of course we just taxi on up to our to the FBO. And Las Vegas and X-Plane, everything is default as far as I do believe. And we'll turn next taxiway. Right here on hotel. To the left. And we'll taxi on up to this building. And we don't want our wings to scrub that hanger there. It's a tight fit. I think in real life, they will probably be given a little bit more clearance. And the pilot would be doing a lot of checking. I'm sure he would. And this is a tight squeeze here. I'm gonna turn my taxi light off so I don't blind the marshaller. And let's see if we can't make this squeeze. Think we can make it, guys? Oh, I don't think so. Well, it's tight. Think we can make it. And he's got his prop running. Just barely made it. Of course, in real life, he would have to get out and push that thing back. Or I would have to stop and let him take off. I mean, move out the way. Or, yeah, let's see now, where can I park? Where can I park? Okay, I'm gonna park right here to the left. And we suppose that our marshaller is right here. This is such a big bird. And bring these guys to Las Vegas to either lose money or make money, buy a hotel. sell a hotel, whatever they're here for. All right. And flaps are up. Let's see, let's set the brake. Parking brake is set. And I see the ground power people are on the way. But let's start the APU anyway. I don't see it starting up. Let's see, master's on. Yeah, so can't start that until they hook up. So let's just go ahead and let's see. I'm not sure what's the proper procedure for closing, for stopping this guy. But I'm just going to turn off the engines, turn off the heat. Probably should have did that after I exited the runway. And turn off the main fuel valves. Turn on the auxiliary hydraulic pumps. And oh, my APU is on. How about that? Okay, so APU bleed air, and because it's, let's see, so let's go ahead and get the ground power connected and go there. Stop the APU. Turn off the master on that. Turn off these bleed arrows. Come on, off. There we go. And I think we can open the doors now. Open main door so our passengers can disembark. And bye. All right. Let's see. All right. Technically, I'm still flying the airplane because I'm not out of it yet. Still running, right? Let's turn these guys off. Turn this stuff off. And got enough turned off now where we can turn off the external power and they can take it away, and I can turn off the main batteries. Just look. Yep. I can turn off the main batteries. All right. Battery right. And she is shut down, guys. And of course, I could install the elements and at the same time disconnect this guy. So, and shut the doors. And yeah, so she is parked and locked. I thought I took this guy away, tried to. Oh, what I did was I connected the DC power. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, all right. So that concludes the final part 3 version of this flight. And probably what I should have did before I did all this shutting down was every time I try to do a instant replay, the Sim tend the crash. At least historically, that's the way it worked. But I saw somebody video where I think they said if you say aura, I think they said if you do it this way by using this reverse, then it might not crash. So I'm reversing back. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So we'll start here, play, and have no clue how far I am from the airport. There it is. All right. And we are coming in. Flaps are going to 4, are either already at 4. Over the thresh. That didn't work out the way I planned. I was hoping to get a closer view. So let's try it one more time. Maybe they got the replay stuff resolved because it didn't crash. But I know I need to be gentle with it. Okay, and let's see, where's the airport? I think I'm way too far behind. All right, so we'll speed things up. And I'm looking for the runway. I know I'm just adding time to this video, which since it make it look long, then that actually will stop some people from even giving it a try, but that's the way of the world. All right, so there it is. Not a bad landing, I'll take it. All right, guys. So that does it for the replay. And that does it for this video. So until next time.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.